guy is right here.
JT,
So
tell me if I'm wrong. It just seems like you're really comfortable with some of the intermediate throws in the middle of the field the past few weeks. What is it? What do you have to do to become? Because the coverage can get clustered up in there, and there might be linebackers you're throwing over and guys you're throwing in front of, and there's a lot of stuff going on. What is it? What do you have to do as a quarterback to be comfortable making throws, maybe in congested areas?
I think one of the things Coach Day, when he came in, talked about 1 inch in the underneath defenders, so the linebacker talking about, so when he says 1 inch is like their hands up, they're jumping, and the ball goes 1 inch over their hands, right? So with that, that takes a lot of practice. We've been practicing that since he first got here, and then just the timing of it. Like, you can't be late on those throws. You got to understand the spacing and timing of those type of throws that you're talking about. And you got to be confident and just rip the ball in there. You can't really, I guess, baby it or lob it over the defenders, because then from there they could retreat and get the ball down, interceptions, and then even the coverage on top of that, so the safeties or corners that are on top, they can come down and rally to it. So you got to be confident and rip it, and 1 inch to the defender. That's what he always says. And
tell me if I'm wrong. It feels like you're throwing that better than you've ever thrown it. Is that true? Do you feel that? It's hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I think with all the throws, just being confident with them. You know what I'm saying? Not being, I guess, babying those type of throws. Just confident with it, rip it when you have it, and when you don't, you check it down. You know?
JT, you know this is a crucial off week, and you've been through these off weeks before. What do you do to get yourself and the team prepared for what you know is coming up for a very difficult showdown and schedule?
So we got a nice little stretch going after this bye week. And with that, is just make sure we keep the momentum going. I think we got a good little rhythm on both sides of the ball. So we still continue to have good practices. I think we've had 2 good set of practices yesterday and today. And make sure I have a good set tomorrow. And then, if anything, just relax, rest our bodies when it comes to weekend time. And I think that's, spend time with family, maybe a girlfriend, this and that. And when you do that, I think we'll set you up for the stretch we got.
People don't understand how much does an off week to a college player at this level mean to you guys to get everything back together, because you really haven't rested since right before camp.
Right. So with that, I mean, there's a lot of things go to it. So your body, guys' bodies are starting to break down a little bit. It's later in the season. Also, too, caught up on schoolwork. Make sure you grind out things with academics and mental rest too. You think about it. Mine's been working for a long time and been clicking. So to get away from it a little bit, just a weekend, I think means a lot when it comes to what we do as college athletes.
JT, when you look at your career, you have thousands of throws and runs and really just a handful of turnovers. When you think about your game, how central is it when you're out there to try and avoid the big mistake?
Well, that's part of our plan to win. Play great defense, no turnovers, score touchdowns in the red zone, and win the kicking game. So with that, no turnovers, that means that I'll be smart on 3rd and long, don't try to force things. And I think, that's how you win ball games. You really can't turn the ball over a lot and expect to keep on winning games, So I think I'm just trying to follow the plan to win and do my part with that, and that's not turn the ball over.
JT, of course you were dejected after Oklahoma game. Was there a time when your confidence flagged? I mean, were you questioning yourself where you thought, well, maybe we're not as good as we thought?
No, not really. I mean,
you just knew that you were going to come back?
So I think it's interesting being that in college we don't have a preseason. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. And NFL have preseason games. They get time to, I guess, getting going as far as the actual games of football. We just try to do the best we can with practice. And everything doesn't click in the first weeks of college ball. And I think it turns out it was like, whoa, those guys they're not as good as we thought. I mean, that's fine to have that opinion, but I think with the game of football, there's things that need to take time, and then there's other times where you start hot and you keep on rolling, and then you die off towards the end, or you may start a little slow and then get hot, and then you end up playing your best ball at the end of the season. And I think you see that not only in college, but you see that in the NFL as well with people in the Super Bowl. Not all the time do they start off great.
Last
So,
question.
JT, do you feel like you're a different human, different person, different quarterback than you were that night you walked off the Oklahoma field?
No, I feel the same.
The quarterback, I think there's a general thought, and like after the Oklahoma game, you heard all the bench JT stuff, wrong quarterback, and now there's people thinking that you're going to be potentially in the Heisman ceremony. So I think that implies that there has been a transformation or a different you. Why do you think that you look so different now? What's changed? And I mean, you've got to at least feel a little bit different, right? Having been through both of those discussions, you know what I mean?
Not really. I mean, I'm the same person that people said that they wanted to bench. I'm the same person now who's playing well, like same guy.
What about quarterback?
Same guy.
Thanks, JT.
Thanks, JT.